Hello, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be making this video for my new project, which is based on an UPS for these router and the switch, and of course my NVR for my CCTV camera. So the devices that I'm going to run is this Ethernet switch that requires about 52 volts. It runs on 52 volts. Then I have this optical networking unit that requires 12 volts. This TP-Link router that requires 12 volts, and also this TP-Link 8-channel NVR, it requires 12 volts. So basically 3 of my devices are running on 12 volts, and one of these switch is running on 52 volt. And right now I'm using this APC UPS, as you can see, but the problem with this UPS is if there is a power cut for about 5 to 7 minutes, more than 5 to 7 minutes, it turns off. So it gives a backup of about 5 to 7 minutes only. And since the cameras are running, I need to keep it on all the time, irrespective of the presence of power. So to solve this, I'm thinking about making a UPS that will serve my purpose. Now I'm gonna be using these modules for making the UPS. These are some buck boost, and some of these are buck boost converters as well. So I'm gonna be using these modules to convert the voltage. Now the idea is I will be using this 24 volts SMPS to charge the battery, as well as when power is available, this will supply power to all the devices. So this is a 24 volt 6 amp power supply that is capable of around delivering 150 watts of power, as the branding claims. Now after this I'll be using one of these modules for charging the battery. Now I have quite many options, like I can use these boost converters, as this gives an output of exactly 24 volts, and the idea is to use a 6S lithium ion battery pack, because I have quite many lithium ion batteries with me, and I salvage these from some of the old devices. Like I have one battery pack, and used to have a power bank. From there I took these batteries out. So I have tested these. Some of these are having very good capacity, so I'll be selecting few of these batteries to make the battery bank, and then I'll be using one of these boost modules, or I can use the buck boost modules as well for charging the battery, because this power supply gives 24 volts, and at max, when these lithium ion cells are fully charged, they charge up to 4.2 volts per cell. So in 6S configuration it will give up to about 25.2 volts nominal full charge voltage. So obviously I need 1.2 volts of boost, as I will be using this 24 volt power supply. Now the problem with these buck boost modules is that it doesn't comes with any current regulation. So it will deliver full 3 amps. These are XL6009 modules. They are capable of delivering 3 amps of power. So if I connect the battery to these modules, they will charge at 3 amps. Now I can charge at 3 amps, there is no issue with that. But if it is drawing 3 amps from my power supply, then it will remain 3 amps for running my other devices, and I'm pretty afraid I may not be able to be run the devices properly with 3 amps, because I have my cameras that takes about 40 watts of power. I have 7 cameras, so approximately I assume that they are taking 40 watts in the night time when they are using these night vision LEDs. So I need at least 50 to 60 watts of power continuous for running my system, and the remaining power will be used for charging the batteries. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be using one of these boost converters. Either I can use this, or I'm not sure. I have these converters as well. They have a current controlling knob, so I'll see what I will figure out. I'll make a future video on that. What is the final decision that I make, because I need to check quite a few parameters, and I'm thinking of using either these or these for charging the battery, and then from the battery to supply the 12 volt supply, I'm going to be using one of these buck converters, as they are very efficient and they are very stable as well, and most of my devices are running on 12 volts, so I'm going to be using this for supplying 12 volts. Now I need a 52 volt supply as well. For that I have this. This has a capacity to supply up to 60 volt. This is a buck converter which can convert up to 60 volts from 10 volts. So I can use this, or maybe I can use this as well. I have this one, LM25. I think this is, yeah, I think this is a LM2577 chip on this. This is a single chip controller. It has the voltage regulator and the reference regulator within itself, so I can use this as well. So I need to check that, or I have these modules as well, XL6009, but I need to check the data sheet. I think they are capable of supplying, I think, 40 volts max. I'm not sure, I need to check that. So I have quite a few options on this as well. Then I want to keep a supply for 5 volts and 24 volts as well for my future devices. Maybe I'll be using any other router or a switch that requires 24 volts input. Then I will be able to power that from the same UPS, or if I use any other router that may require 5 volt inputs, like most of the D-Link devices, they use 5 volt, so I can use that as well. So let's see how it goes. And for 5 volts I may be using this, as this is very simple to use. I have this LM2596S constant voltage 5 volt output. This is a buck converter, so I can use this, or I have these small modules as well. These are mini 360. They have this MP 1584 ICs, which are capable of delivering about 3 amps of power, but they are tolerant up to I'm not sure, maybe up to 24 volt or 28. If they are capable of handling 28 volts, I can definitely use these as well, as they are really small and simple to use. And of course I have these 6S BMS with me. I have 2 of these. I will be using one of them for my battery pack, and I have this 6S balancer as well. I'm not sure, I think they already have some balancing circuitry within them, so I'm not going to be using it. I'll check whether the cells are balanced or not. If required, I will be using one of these as well. And of course, I am not going to be using them in a very crude way. So what I will do is I am planning to make a PCB that will have all these components, and obviously I will be using relay switching. So for that I have this 4-channel relay board, and of course I am not going to be using this, but I have this, so I'll be using this for my testing purpose, because I need to test whether the system is running properly or not. And to control the overall system, I will be using an Arduino. I will be using an microcontroller 80 mega 328p chip. So I have this nanos here. From there I can take out the 80 mega 328p, or I can order one if it's available. I'll have to check that. If I can find, I can order, or else I will have to take it out from there. So that microcontroller will be controlling the inputs and outputs and switching between the battery and the external power supply when the power is restored. Also, it will be sending the status LEDs, so we can monitor what is the status, whether it's running on battery power or it's running on the external power, or it's running out of power. Also, whether all these things we can monitor using the status LEDs. Also, one more thing that we will do is to control the charging of these batteries, because I don't want them to overcharge. So once the voltage reaches to its max volt, it will cut off the charging, and it will sit in an idle position when the batteries are fully charged. So this is the idea that I have as of now. Now I'll be making a future video on this theme for final testing, and then I'll go for prototyping a PCB. That's all for today. Thank you very much for joining. Bye bye, and see you in my next video.